Valieva's defense proceeded from the version about the ingestion of trimetazidine through a cake. This is reported by Sovietsky Sport. The day before it became known that the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CS, decided to disqualify the figure skater for 4 years. The period of disqualification is counted from December 25, 2021. Valieva passed a positive doping test for trimetazidine in December 2021 at the Russian Championships. This became known after the team tournament of the Olympics 2022, in which the Russian team took first place. According to Russian lawyers who spoke at the CAS hearing last September, the banned drug could have entered the Russian figure skater's body through a cake that her grandfather made on the eve of the Russian Championships in December 2021. It was a sample taken after that tournament that showed the presence of trimetazidine. The Russian side argued that Kamila Valieva's grandfather took this drug for medical reasons and could have unintentionally put doping in the dessert. Thus, according to the version of the Russian lawyers, this was a mitigating circumstance that allowed them to demand the absence of a real period of disqualification. However, the CAS arbitrators, judging by the verdict, did not consider this version proven, writes Softsport, whose editor-in-chief is the well-known journalist Yevgeny Slyasarenko. According to Softsport, the interests of Russian figure skater Kamila Valieva were represented in the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CS, by domestic law firm BGP Litigation. It specializes in business protection and was not previously known on the market for sports law cases. During the proceedings during the Olympics, Valieva was represented by Swiss law firm Schellenberg Whitmer Limited, whose cooperation with her ended in spring 2022. Tatiana Tarasova spoke out about Russia's deprivation of team gold at the 2022 Olympics. The fact that the Russian national team will be deprived of Olympic gold was clear even yesterday. It is not clear who was defending us, Valieva. Who was defending her? The surname, first name, patronymic of a person or several people are interesting. Why didn't they do anything? How long will this continue in our country? Said Tarasova. Elena Radionova called Kamila Valieva's disqualification unfair. I believe that such a punishment is very harsh. Absolutely harsh. It is simply impossible to kill the career of the most talented female singles player in such a way. It is unfair. There may be no more singles players like her. She is a real diamond on the ice. Of course, I want to support her. It's hard to find some words, because I can't imagine what it's like for her to go through all this. I would like to wish her strength to cope with this burden that has been placed on her, said the 2015 World Championship medalist. The Russian national team was awarded third place in the team figure skating tournament at the Olympics 2022. On the eve of the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CAS disqualified Russian figure skater Valieva for 4 years and cancelled her results from December 25, 2021, including deprivation of her results from December 25, 2021. 2021, including the gold medal in the team event at the 2022 Beijing Olympics. First place, Team USA. Second place, Team Japan. Third, Team Russia. Kamila Valieva's results in the team tournament were cancelled. We had 0 points in the women's singles, but ISU did not move the other girls up the table, keeping the points they had scored. Therefore, our team remained with 54 points, beating the Canadians who claimed bronze by 53. ISU recognized Anna Scherbakova as the champion of Europe 2022. Kamila Valieva was deprived of the gold medal of the tournament. Tatiana Navka has spoken out about Russia's deprivation of gold in the team event of the 2022 Games. I believe that our athletes for our country remain Olympic champions, including Kamila. This medal cannot be taken away from them. To the guys I want to say, only forward, life goes on. I hope we will have the opportunity to compete at the Olympics in 2026 and prove that we are the best, Navka said. The Rock will challenge the decision to deprive Russian figure skaters of gold in the team event of the 2022 Games. The Russian Olympic Committee will absolutely definitely appeal to CAS against the ISU's decision to redistribute the final places of the figure skaters team tournament at the 2022 Olympic Winter Games in Beijing. Our lawyers have already started preparing the necessary documents for the appeal. We proceed from the fact that in accordance with the current, applicable ISU rules, the consequences of the decision on sanctions against an individual athlete, in this case Kamila Valieva, cannot be the basis for the revision of the results of the team tournament. Our legal position is based, among other things, on the existing precedents and the CAS practice, the Russian Olympic Committee said in a statement. Svetlana Zurova spoke out about depriving Russia of the gold medal in the team event of the 2022 Games. They deducted Valieva's points, and that was enough for bronze. They didn't cover themselves. This decision is fair in terms of points, but for us these athletes are still gold. They realize that they won gold. But for official sources they are bronze. The IOC can send the medals by mail. Without our athletes they won't be able to hold the ceremony, Zurova believes. Canadian figure skater Megan Demel expressed her opinion. They are given a bronze they don't deserve because if one representative of a team is caught doping, the whole team is disqualified, in all sports. And Russia still thinks it's unfair? What is wrong with these people? Demel wrote on her social media page. Sports lawyer Anna Scherbakova assessed the ROC's intention to appeal the ISU's decision to strip Russia of the team gold medal at the 2022 Olympics. If there is dissatisfaction with the decision, it should definitely be appealed. Otherwise, it will definitely not change in any way. Besides, CAS often gives surprises. We can remember how the Russian champions and medalists of the Sochi Olympics were acquitted, although many people thought it was futile at the time. The advantage of CAS is that it consists of individual arbitrators with their own vision of the situation. It is possible to choose one of the three arbitrators who will have the most appropriate views on what happened. The other thing is that the opposing side will do the same. The legal grounds for appeal are indeed there. The sample was not taken during the competition, but earlier. In this case, the results of a particular athlete are cancelled, not the entire team. In this case, we can refer to the precedent during the 2004 Athens Olympics. At that time, the US team won the women's relay, but later it turned out that one of the American women, Crystal Cox, had been using banned substances. She was stripped of her gold medal, but the team remained first. As for the next steps in case of failure in CAS, the ROC will have the option to appeal the decision in the Supreme Court of Switzerland. This will be the last opportunity to consider the case on the merits, Scherbakova said. Canada's Figure Skating Federation will appeal the ISU's decision on medals for the 2022 Olympics. Skate Canada is extremely disappointed with the ISU's position on the awarding of figure skating team medals for the 2022 Beijing Olympics. ISU's decision does not apply Rule 353, which states that competitors who complete the competition and are initially ranked lower than the disqualified competitor will move up accordingly. Skate Canada strongly disagrees with the ISU's position on this issue and will consider all appeal options, the organization said in a statement. Sports lawyer Anna Scherbakova assessed the intention of the Figure Skating Federation of Canada to appeal the ISU's decision on medals for the 2022 Olympics. The Canadian team will need to prove its interest to begin with. It is clear that these decisions affect them, but not directly. So first they will need to overcome this hurdle, and after that they will need to convince CAS that the ISU decision was wrong and they should have disqualified the whole team. Honestly, I think there won't be many chances here, Scherbakova said.